Hey B-Side TV, I'm Emily Kretzer, and we're here at We Work in Hollywood with Jane Holiday, who will be performing Future Retro Super Soul and a B-Side, Work It Out. Take it away.
I used to be a cool kid. I painted on my pants, used to pass on every dance. I started smoking for the hell of it. That was a mistake, now I'm addicted to a vape. Listen kids, the times have changed. Have a look around. You make money from the internet and make your parents proud. I think I'm getting old, future retro super soul. Guess this is how it goes, future retro super soul. My future retro super soul. They never hit my cell. I guess it kinda hurts, but what really makes it worse is I did this all to myself. Hoping an exit from the scene was an exit from a dream. Listen kids, the times have changed. Have a look around. You make money from the internet. You just make your parents proud. Come on. I think I'm getting old, future retro super soul. Guess this is how it goes, future retro super soul. My future retro super soul. Future retro, but I'm kinda weary now. It's kinda scary now. Controlled by media, feeding you what to think about. I'm kinda weary now, and it's getting scary now. Controlled by media, feeding you what to think. I think I'm getting old, future retro super soul. Guess this is how it goes. Yeah. Oh yeah, my future retro super soul. Oh yeah, my future retro super soul.
Hey guys, my name is Jane Holiday. This is my B-side called Work It Out.
Well, you say you're ugly, I say you're crazy. You try to call it off, I still call you baby. 'Cause in your eyes I see everything I live and need in my life. And in your smile it brings me closer to heaven than I could ever like. Well, honey, I don't wanna fight. Let's put our differences both aside and work it out. We'll work it out. Honey, you can't be right. You already are in my mind. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Back at the station, I see you walking really slow, with no hesitations, expectations. I start to follow where you go, 'cause in your eyes I see everything I live and need in my life. In your smile, baby, it brings me closer to heaven than I could ever lie. Hey, hey, well honey, I don't wanna fight. Let's put our differences both aside and work it out. We'll work it out. Honey, you can't be right. You already are in my mind. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Just don't waste my time. I'll be there where you want me. Just don't waste my time. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. But honey, I don't wanna fight. Let's put our differences both aside and work it out. We'll work it out. Hey, hey. Honey, you can't be right. Well, you already are in my mind. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Hey, hey. Thank you.
Jane Holiday, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so
Thank
lucky
you.
to have you here with us.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Well, I wanted to start this interview out with something funny, a fun fact that you might not even know about your music. We are actually technically collaborators.
Oh, wow.
I happen to know somebody who did an official remix for your song Poster Boy.
You do.
And my voice rather, was sampled on the remix.
Ooh,
so
like
it's the
What part? Ooh, yeah, hell yeah. That's amazing.
So it's an honor. It's an honor.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Big honor for me, not so much for you.
No, bigger for
probably.
me, I think. Yeah.
Anyways, we're so grateful to have you here,
Thank you.
and we just heard some amazing music from you, a new song,
Thank
your
you.
B-side.
Thank you, thank
and
you.
we also heard super retro.
Future
Fu-
retro.
Future retro.
I know it's a mouthful.
Super soul.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such a mouthful,
Yeah, it
and
is.
tongue
Yeah.
twister. But
Yeah.
that's what makes it such a great
A-
song.
And on Silver Lake Boulevard, there's that sunglass store called like Retro Future Super or something like
I
that.
know,
See
retro,
that? Yeah.
super future.
Yeah, yeah, I
Retro,
was-
super future.
I was trying to
That's
tell my
why
manager
I keep
that-
getting tongue tied.
No, I was trying to tell my manager he got the words in the wrong order.
Yeah.
But
It's an ad. They need to start paying you for
that's
this
right.
song.
Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting for the
anyways.
royalties. Retro Future sunglass. company.
Yeah. Hit you up for a
That's right.
sponsorship, right?
That's right. You know my Venmo.
But it's a great song.
Thank
I
you.
kind of see it as this like millennial anthem.
Yeah,
I'm a
thanks.
millennial, so I have to, put my 2 cents in.
course.
And it's just, I think it's the lyrics and everything. It kind of, you say yourself that you like to create music that is both new and old.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that song is such a perfect example of that.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'd love to hear about how you're influenced to create music like you do.
Yeah. I think that naturally when I listen to music, like a subsection of what I listen to, where I feel like when I listen to it, I go, yeah, I'm resonating inside me with that, rather than listening to it and going, yeah, that's super cool. It tends to be more 60s, 70s, 80s kind of music, and like I always say this, like it really dials down to like certain songs that went like that triggered something in my head, right? So like
Right.
Marvin Gaye, Gotta Give It Up is the one
Right.
I always go to, where I heard that song and went, yo, I want to base a whole project off of what that made me feel. And that's where Jane Holiday kind of came from. And the Stones,
Right.
Rocks Off, like specific songs and specific elements of songs make me go, yes, that I resonate I resonate so much with that. Now there's also things that I'm really into, like I don't think I would really enjoy going and making like a real traditional 60s style record where it's like live drums in a really live room and real bass, but the combination of like things I love about hip hop
Right.
and like energy and like low end from music like that brought into things that have just like it's like a class or something like that like music from the 60s and 70s and elements of the 80s had that in 90s huge
Totally.
90s still ill. My first EP is like dripped in the 90s, like that was very 90s for me. I can't leave that out. So yeah, the combination of all of those things kind of put together has been like important to me.
Yeah. I mean, you've cited Amy Winehouse
Yeah,
as an
yeah, for sure.
influence and the Strokes as
For
another
sure.
influence. So it's definitely, you can tell that there are all of these different artists and
Yeah.
different eras that have really influenced your music.
Definitely.
And you're doing something that's like pretty unprecedented, and it's
Thanks,
great and
yeah.
amazing. And Still
Thank you.
Ill is an amazing EP.
Thank you.
And we're so excited to have heard music from it.
Yeah,
and, you know, we also here at B-Side are very excited that you have a B-Side
Yeah.
EP
Yeah.
of Still Ill. So
Yeah.
can you talk about that? What made you want to make an entire B-Side EP?
Yeah, I think that there were songs left there that weren't necessarily fitting for Still Ill, but made sense for like another project, I guess. It was like those were like pieces of music that existed in that same world or were made in that same time that I wanted to. I guess it goes down to like I'm pretty willing to put out a lot of the stuff I make if I think it's at least like halfway decent.
Right.
And Sister, How Deep Is Your Love?
Love How Deep Is Your Love.
Thanks, yeah, me too.
Every song that's called How Deep Is Your Love
Yeah,
is
yeah, I know.
automatically a banger, right?
I'm glad I'm getting away with it right now. You know? But yeah, it's a part of the whole thing, and like, you know, I probably at some point in my life I was really conscious of like trying to run all singles or like run very consistent, like very not consistent, very a big box around everything I was doing, and now I'm just kind of like, forget it. Open the floodgates, man. Like,
Yeah.
put all the music out. Who cares? Like,
Perfectionism will kill you, anyways, right?
absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's the whole concept, the whole idea of making it supposed to be an extension of this talking and how you walk and how you look and all that. And it's like there's so many different, like all these different songs represent different elements of, you know, how I talk or how I walk or how
Right.
I look or how I'm thinking, even if it's of a time,
Right.
you know? So I'm glad the B-sides came out because it's, I don't know, I feel like it is an extension of what Still Ill was.
Yeah.
Even though to me that's like a pretty perfect vision of what Jane Holiday from the infancy to now is. And the B-sides definitely are, you know, a little different, but like they're still dope.
They're definitely still
Thanks,
dope.
yeah,
They're
thanks.
still ill,
They're
if
still-
you
yeah,
will.
Yeah, right.
Dude, 2019 has been a huge year for you.
Yeah, thanks.
You've obviously put out these 2 EPs,
Yeah.
and you've played some shows,
Mhm.
and you've gotten some placements,
Mhm.
and you've been on a bunch of Spotify playlists. So it's definitely been like a great year for you career-wise.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you planning to continue the takeover in 2020?
You know what? I thought about it the other day. I was actually going like, because I'm so in it and I've been doing this for so long, you know, this year feels amazing.
Yeah.
It actually honestly feels amazing. It's not just a phrase.
Good to hear that.
Yeah, it really does. Like
Yeah.
it feels amazing. And I definitely want to be hyper conscious of what happened this year and have that not necessarily as a standard, but as to be really aware of this great year and kind of in order have all of it almost written down so I'm very aware and I'm able to almost beat that. That's the
Right.
goal, is to beat whatever this year was. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, how do I plan? Which you asked me, how do I plan to?
How do you plan to continue
Oh
the takeover?
yeah, I mean,
You have anything coming up in 2020 that, you know?
yeah, we have a headline at the Moroccan.
Nice.
Well, not we, I guess.
Have you played the Moroccan before?
I have not. I'm
I
really
feel like
excited
it's
for
kind
that.
of like a, you know, necessity for every artist
Yeah,
to
yeah,
headline it at some
yeah.
point, right?
And it's dope. Like I went and saw this guy Tamino there, which was, and I purposefully went there. I hadn't been there before that, to go and kind of see and feel and like what the stage looks like and do that whole thing. I mean, we'll tour in 2020 for sure. you know, syncs and stuff. Like that was been really dope this year.
Syncs are great always.
Great.
Get
Like
your music out there.
dope,
Get a
man.
check.
Hell yeah. Like, come on. Really dope. Yeah. But yeah, I want to tour. Like, I want to put out heaps more music. That's
Another B-side EP, perhaps.
I don't even know. Call them A-sides or B-sides. It doesn't matter to me.
Right.
Like just more music.
Yeah.
Like I feel like until someone dictates what an A-side is or B-side is for me, I don't know. I don't care. I just want the songs to be out there. The ones that if I loved it at some point, then I want it to be out there.
Awesome.
Even if I look back at it and be like, my bad. I still want to go for it. You know what I mean?
It's a part of your journey, right?
100%. What's there to? I guarantee you, every amazing actor that we love looked back on a role and went, "Ooh, that was tough, but it served a purpose." So I want to be conscious of putting myself out there in the way to serve the same
Always.
purposes.
Well, that's what growth is about, right?
Yeah,
It's
right.
People and artists.
That's right.
Well, at B-side, we have to ask you
Yeah.
if you have a favorite B-side of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah. The first one that comes to mind is the Master Plan, Oasis, Noel Gallagher.
Classic.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of others, but that's definitely like the best B-side of all time, I think. Oasis B-sides are the best B-sides of all time, I think.
Yeah.
Like they just have B-side after B-side. They're just big song bands. So I think that that probably be it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks.
thank you so much for being
My
with
pleasure.
us.
Thank
and we're
you.
so excited to continue to follow your journey.
Yeah, thank you,
And
Emily.
everybody out there, you can follow Jane Holiday's journey as well on both Instagram and Twitter at the Jane Holiday.
That's right.
Thanks so much, B-Side, for tuning in. I'm Emily, and we'll see you next time.